Good afternoon and good morning to all of you guys. I am Tassiter Curry. I am today your presenter of ITTI TV here from New York City. I'm one of the founders of ITTI, and today I'll have the pleasure to invite you all to learn more about ITTI Paris. ITTI Paris has been around for a few years, and together with me today, I'm going to have Gisela Cornejo, who's going to talk more in details about Paris. I mean, what has not been said about Paris? So yes, so lots of things has already been said about Paris, and I want to tell you even more. So, but before I go any further, let me give you some hints. This is a live broadcast being broadcast on our YouTube, Facebook, and also on Instagram. So make sure you go and follow us all or follow us on our social media. So, and this, as it is a live broadcast, feel free to send us a hug, a like, or a comment, or any question. This is a totally interactive new channel that we started off the batch to help you out, to explain questions to our thousand of followers that we have on our social media. So again, this is a live broadcast, so you can replay that afterwards. You can share, you can comment, and if you wanted to learn more about ITTI, let me tell you here. So this is their website. So the website is already here. So you just go on our website, send us an email, and we'll be more than happy to give you a call. You can also look for us on WhatsApp and all of that. So as you know, I'm going to start talking about Paris. So I'm sure lots of people have questions and wanted to know about Paris. I said to you, this is a live broadcasting. So whenever you are online and saying anything to us, we watch it and we'll see it over here. So let's see, we already have Yassine from ITTI Gardaya tuning in to watch our live broadcast. That's very nice. Thank you very much. So whenever you're online and you have questions, just feel free. So as I was trying to tell you, let me tell you a little bit about ITTI. So for those of you who don't know what ITTI is all about, let me first introduce you to ITTI. And for those of you who already know, so it's a good way for you to remember what ITTI. Hi, my name is Tassiter Curry. I am one of the founders of ITTI, International TEFL Training Institute. We have been on the English teaching business for the past 22 years. We have certified thousands of professionals across the globe, and we are proud to have partners in every corner of the world. We provide the best experience to any person who is interested in becoming an English teacher. One of the reasons why our students are so successful in the industry is the fact that our teaching practice is led by highly qualified TEFL trainers who have coached hundreds of TEFL prospective teachers. Our TEFL certification matches a 4-year college degree in the US or in the UK using the same textbooks. ITTI has been validated by the State Department of the United States of America. We are also accredited and affiliated by several TESOL TEFL organizations, such as IATEFL, TESOL.org, TESOL Latam, ACTFL, and the Charter College of Teaching. Look no further, check our website to find the best program that suits your needs. Get in touch with us and let us take you to the next level of teaching English. Okay, so I'm sure you may have seen, if you're familiar with ITTI, I'm sure you have seen this video before, but this is just a way to let the social media invite everybody that we are on. This is a live broadcast, and we are trying our very best to do that every Saturday. So get used to it. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. So let me share with you, if you are watching us on Facebook, and if you don't have our YouTube channel, so let me bring that up here. So you have our YouTube channel. This is what it is. That's our YouTube channel right there on the side. This is our YouTube channel. And of course, if you want to get more in contact with me, so here it is. So you can look for me on my all social media. So this is my direct, this is ITTI social media, Facebook and Instagram. And this is my, if you wanted to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, yes, go ahead and follow me. So leave me comments. Sometimes I'm a little bit slow to get back to you, but I normally do. Okay. So let me get back to where I was. So we are going to talk about Paris. So if you have any questions about Paris and you want to learn anything about Paris and things about where to go and all this stuff, you can get into Europe. Gisela Cornejo, who is responsible for IT Terrors, is going to answer all the questions. So, but before I bring her up, let me just give you a quick, very, very short view of Paris and why I'm in love with this city. I'm going to tell you why. I tell you, but I'll tell you after the video. So let me bring that video. Let me bring that video up so you understand about Paris. So let me bring that up. Oh, hello. That was fast, right? That was a very fast video about Paris. So, yeah. So, Paris, it's a beautiful city. And honestly, I tell you, I have lived in Paris. I've gone to Paris and France many times, and lots of crazy things happened to me in Paris. But I mean, my connection with Paris, I think, goes beyond this life. And I can't get detached from Paris, even though I tried. I tried. Trust me, I tried because I had lots of challenges. But I'm in love with the food. I'm in love with the language, the culture, the people. Everywhere you walk in, and every time I go to Paris, it feels like it is the first time I'm going to Paris because every little street you turn into, it's like a piece of art. And you want pictures, you want to have a little coffee, you want to try. So it's whether in Paris, it's in the south. It's a beautiful country. France is a beautiful country. Lots of people tell me, but the Parisian and the French, they are complicated. About who is easy? Tell me who is easy. Everybody, everybody has his or her own particular thing. So who cares? Just, you got to learn the other thing. Maybe the other TV show we can do it, another presentation we can do is like how to deal with difficult people. Because, people are complicated. No matter where you go, you got to learn how to deal with that. But anyways, so let me see if I have any comments online. So yes, we do have people coming online. So ITT Mar de Plata, Marcela coming up. That's beautiful too. Hello, hello, hola, hola. So yes, we got a people coming from all our centers. So again, this is a live broadcast. Just feel free to share with us, to share your ideas, your thoughts, your questions. Make sure you retweet it or you repost it and you share this. Yeah. So this is today. We are talking about France. And, there are lots of people from other countries, from Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, that they are, French colonized countries, that they wanted to go to France. So it is also possible. And, we are more than welcome to welcome you and make it possible. So again, so let me bring it up. Gisela Cornejo, who is going to talk to us about Paris a little bit. So let me see if she's ready to join us. Hello, hello, hello. Are you there?
Yes, I am there, and welcome to our show, our webinar about working and studying in Paris. And every one of you knows already from the media, from movies, what a wonderful environment Paris is. And our students, our graduates confirm that over and over. They are delighted to explore Paris, to go out together and enjoy the food And Tasso spoke about people who are a little bit unfriendly. Um, I think as foreigners, we sometimes don't understand the clues we have in a conversation, and therefore we have to look further in what does it mean when the French react like that, and how should we be in order to get the most out of them. Now, to be very short and come to an end with that, I have a French friend, and we taught each other the language. We went out together, and she is the most marvelous person I've ever known. So, and
So
that's
actually, on that note, you're saying so. Again, thank you for joining the show. It's a live broadcast um, to explain to you all how you can be part of ITTI Paris. Paris
Mhm.
is back. Europe is open. Of course, they have some restriction. We're still living in a pandemic world. But again, this is a much better scenario that it used to be a year ago. So we have to embrace the new future with all restrictions and precautions and care. But France is open again. And it's a good time for you if you want to get ready to come to France. So you're talking about the cues of culture and everything. So does the course itself sort of like a prepare students to tackle that type of cues that you're talking about? Do you cover anything about this? Do you do a sort of like a preparation for our future teachers when they go out to the real world?
well, we primarily teach our students in France how to teach English, how to operate at a school, because some of them, they just come to Paris to enjoy the city, and then they want to go somewhere else. So they are not necessarily interested only in how the French react. But what we have is we have a blog text that goes into detail and that gives examples of how we can react correctly or how we can correct incorrectly. And that is an interesting article. If you wanted to learn more about the French cues in their communication, then I suggest you follow our blog where we publish interesting
That is
articles.
perfect. So as she mentioned, everything is right at the bottom. You have our website. Can go there and check. So I have other questions, and again, as it is a live broadcast, if you have questions, just feel free to ask any questions you may have. So, can students participate in different courses? So, what will a course participant do differently? So after they attended this course, so they can do other types of course. How does that work?
Well, we have different courses available. But if somebody wants to become an English teacher, there is a standard 120-hour TEFL course available. In that, students learn how to work with textbooks, how to design classes, how to develop material, how to teach, and they get feedback. You need that in order to successfully function in any school, not only in French schools, but in any school around the world. And we do that. We teach them in a general way, culturally seen, because many teachers then want to change the country, they go to others, and they have to be prepared for that.
Okay,
So,
so if somebody wants to register for that course, how can we do that? Can you quickly explain that to us?
yes, of course. We have the website on which they can register. they can send us a request for more information, or they even ask for a little live session during which I can talk to them and explain them everything what the school in France concerns and what paperwork they have to bring in order to participate.
And who is actually teaching the course right now in France? Because you're not teaching the course. So who is actually teaching? And does that teacher does he have a sort of like a validation badge, that he's recognized? How does that work?
Yeah, we are very fortunate in France to have a teacher there who has a very high education in the US. He started out in public schools. He worked as a substitute teacher, then became a permanent teacher, and eventually graduated in the field of teaching for students with special needs. As I said, his career led him from the public school to the college. He completed his doctor's degree, and he taught at two famous US colleges, students there. Now he is in Paris, and he initially, when he came years ago, he completed the TEFL course to be familiar with our program. And then after a while of teaching individuals in Paris and in companies, he would then be trained to take over the TEFL course. So
like himself and can you briefly tell, my question is also is like, so can you briefly tell me about the teacher credential, like the ITTI staff, the faculty staff in Paris or in any other city? How do you validate? What is it? So how do we know that this is a good trainer? So this is a good teacher. So how do we know that? What do you have? What can you tell the viewers that they have to look for? So
yeah, first of all, if you want to see whether the trainer has been validated by our organization, you look at the website, at the page here. In that respect, it's the Paris page, and you see a picture of the trainer, a description of their educational background, plus the trainer badge.
correct. So first hint, look for the trainer badge. So that will be a picture of the teacher and a circle badge. You can click on it and you can verify the badge. So that's the first thing. Great.
Right.
So, and the next thing is?
As our organization places immense importance on professional teaching, we moderate the courses, we check lesson plans of the students, we give feedback to the teacher, and we talk to the teacher on top of it. In order to get this particular badge, the teacher has to undergo a 25-hour session introducing him or her to our course.
So basically, that's all that they have to do it in addition to, yeah, so this is an intensive training that they have to undergo to get the badge. And this is applicable to Paris, and so is the other center. So let's just keep it in mind. So the badge verification and also the center verification. So the center too must be verified. Unfortunately, you have to be extra cautious because, we have had several occasions that people go around with counterfeited, certificate. In other words, with fake certificate. We already got lots of fake news around the world. So we don't need fake certificates. So make sure your trainer, your center, both of them are valid and verified. Just go on their website and click and check.
Mhm.
Now, having understood that, let's go back to Paris. So then I have another question here for my student. It says that the course description that the TEFL instructor will provide the students with feedback. How is that organized and how helpful is that for the student? So that's a question from a person who is already a teacher.
Okay, very good. And well, it's a training program. We teach prospective teachers from zero to being able to function professionally at any English school worldwide. So, as such, the training has to incorporate coaching. And after learning the theory, our students start teaching people from France who come, also from Paris, who come to the school, and they have to teach them daily. The trainer observes them and writes a report on what needs to be improved or what is excellent. Of course, we give compliments too. And then after the teaching practice, they go into an evaluation session. Not only is the lesson plan scrutinized, meaning it has to be up to a specification, they also look, or the trainer looks at the individual steps of the lesson and practices with the teacher, trainee, how to improve that. And their personal aims for the next class is then to particularly focus on that what they practiced in the previous evaluation session. So evaluation and further practice is linked, and we practice right on the spot in order to improve the students.
So a lot of people, wanted to go to Paris. They are from different countries. So, we do have in Paris lots of people coming from North America, mainly from the US and from Canada. And typically they don't have any trouble or any difficulties getting a visa in order to come to France. Whereas the rest of the world, even those countries that were colonized by France in the past, they struggle a little bit. So, how does ITTI help students potentially get a visa to come to this program? So, first of all, do they need a visa to do this program, or can they come on a tourist visa? Or if they do need a tourist visa, what can we do to help them with that? Is there any type of supporting material?
Yes, we do support those students. First of all, if you want to have visa support from the French school, you will have to register for a program. And after you have registered for the program and paid the deposit, we'll provide you with a letter of acceptance. We help you identify the housing, which is also necessary to get a visa for France. And we even help the individual get international health insurance if the consulate requires that. So yes, we support them. Now,
So it's a full house in a way that is from A to Z. You get a full support.
correct. You come, you say you wish to study in France. We help you with the paperwork. You have to also work with the consulate because we are not always informed of recent changes by the
Right.
French government.
We'll work on it and make sure that whatever it is necessary will be
Correct.
provided. So then the other thing is, so talking about Paris, we have a very interesting experience with one of our students that graduated with us. And I suppose that you know him offhand, right, Gisela? Patrick.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Patrick recently became one of our partners. So he was so much so in love with the job itself, to teach English and to teach. Um,
Mm.
and then that he decided now to become a partner of ITTI. And now he's actually teaching English online with ITTI School of English. We had invited him to join us live, but he's on his way, moving, relocated to Somalian, right? Is that what he's going
No, no,
to?
no. He is moving to Senegal. And the
Senegal.
reason being is he wanted to teach in a country where French is spoken. He
Yeah.
loves French.
So he
And
loves French and he wants to teach and he's going
yeah,
where there's a need. So unfortunately, so he's all the way to Senegal. So he could not join us because he's in transit. But he made sure to send us a very nice video to tell us a little bit about his experience while a student at ITTI Paris. So let me bring that up and let me share that with you all. So just let's see it.
Hello, my name is Patrick Triplett, and I recently took part in the TEFL program ran by ITTI in Paris. And I just want to talk about the program as a whole and kind of my takeaway from it and how I experienced the entire thing. So for the most part, it was great. I found lodging before I arrived, and I was actually staying very close to the facility or the school where the classes were held. And yeah, I really enjoyed myself. The teacher was very informative and very knowledgeable about different aspects of teaching English as a foreign language, and also different methods that can be taken in the process of a student's like better comprehension of the English language. He was very acute with exactly what I needed as far as being knowledgeable about teaching to other students or teaching to students. And yeah, I really believe that my teacher, my TEFL trainer, was amazing. Like I said, very intelligent and very informative and very compassionate in the approach that he employed. I also want to go ahead and talk about the curriculum itself. I really enjoyed the fact that there was a lot of emphasis kind of put on what we should look for when speaking to students, and basically how we need to go about correcting their speech so that they fully understand what aspects of grammar they need to employ, or whether their speech is a little too fast or slow, and maybe aspects of certain vocabulary that they use could be a little like a little slang, talking to their coworkers, or like students talking to each other on the in the classrooms or in the hallway, whatever. I thought it was really informative as well, that aspect. I also want to talk about the career support. Actually, I was really I was handed a great list of different schools that are affiliates around the world, actually, and I was very blessed to be able to have the opportunity to actually have interviews with a lot of schools because of this connection that was established with the heads at ITTI. And yeah, I actually I'm actually here back in St. Louis. This is where I'm from, and back in St. Louis doing tutoring in general subjects, looking to get back into teaching English. But yeah, no, they gave me a lot of support within the entire endeavor, the entire journey. And you know, just to wrap it all up, I actually was in Paris, so it was amazing city, amazing monuments, and just the atmosphere was a bit different than being here in St. Louis in the United States. So it was definitely a culture shock in the beginning, but you know, for me, I welcomed it with open arms and tried to take up as much of the atmosphere and the culture as I could while I was there. And yeah, I actually started to learn. Well, I started to learn French about 4 years ago, but getting this opportunity to be in Paris was amazing for me because I wanted to get better at speaking. So yeah, speaking to Parisians every day was pretty cool, and yeah, I enjoyed the program overall, and I had a great experience. And I definitely encourage you to, you know, try to get on board and try to find a city or a country that's right for you, and you'll have an excellent experience. All right, bye bye.
Yes, so that is true. So as Patrick says, he took his chance, and actually, as I said, he could not join us because he's moving. He's all the way to Senegal, so he could not be here with us because he's making his dream come true. So if you
Mhm.
actually wanted to go and travel and see the world, lots of people say, "Oh, I wanted to do this program, but now is not a good time." Yeah, it wasn't maybe a good time back in a few months ago, but now is a good time for you to do our program anywhere. You can go to Pakistan, you can go to Algeria, you can go to Peru, Azerbaijan, Vietnam, Zimbabwe. We are all over the world. You can come to New York, you can come to Paris, of course. There are lots of job opportunities. So just go on Google and type TEFL TESOL program, TEFL course, TEFL job opportunities. You'll find an immense, and especially now that we are going back, economies are reopening. We are all hungry to grab the whole world and travel and do all of this, and because we feel like we've been hibernated so all this time for almost 2 years. So it's time for us to go and see and go back and get our lives back on shape. So as I'm talking about a job opportunity, let me just show you a very fast clip about a job opportunity. Yes, yes, yes. So there are lots of opportunities all over the world. So Gisla, what about, we are talking about the whole world, jobs, opportunities, and all of that, and we have Patrick going all the way to Senegal. What about if people wanted to work in France?
Well,
What about the EFL teaching marketing France? How
yeah.
easy it is to find a job in France and stay there for a long term? So, can you tell us about? I'm sure there are a few interesting students about that.
Yeah. So let me talk about teaching English in France. It's an 850 billion industry. There are 90,000 jobs.
Come again? How many? How many? That's a big number. This is a gigantic number.
Sorry, 850 million. I always like to make it more. So, okay, 850 million dollar, euro industry, and there are 90,000 jobs to be taken each year. Now, whoever goes to France doesn't go to make big money. If you want to make big money, you go to the Middle East or Asia. There
And
you
not
can.
to mention that we have centers throughout Asia and as well in the Middle East. So if your ultimate goal it is to make l'argent, cash,
Yeah.
pack and go over there and we'll help you too. But if you want to enjoy wine, cheese, the language, the museum, the life, there's a word in French that I learned. One of the first words I learned in French is called profiter. So profiter is enjoy, So if you want to profiter la vie, if you want to enjoy life, that's the best place for you to go.
Yeah, and that's the reason why people want to stay in France. Okay, now, are there ways to get into France? Yes, there are many. Now, students usually come to the school and they wish to stay there. As they don't know about all the visa types available, they sometimes see, it is very difficult. No, there are always ways to stay in France. We have, to just summarize that, we have an article you can get is how to go to France and stay legally there. It will give you all the visa types that are available. And if I can just mention one, first of all, one visa would be the working visa, which the employer has to get for you. Then there is what many people don't know, the talent visa. If you have a specific skill, you can apply, and the French government loves people with special skills.
You see, keep that in mind. If you are skillful for anything, that's another good destination for you to go.
Yes, and we have to consider now English. The British separated from the European Union. So
that's a big market right there.
Right, and that gives some benefit to Americans, to Canadians,
to whoever speak English perfectly.
Correct. So it's not only the native speakers. If you are a non-native speaker with perfect English, you will get a job. I have to say, nobody wants somebody who cannot write in English and makes a lot of mistakes. So we are talking of perfect English in both.
Yeah, and not to mention that I just got a question here. When you get an ITTI certificate, make sure you have a number at the bottom. And when you click on that particular number, you go to a page and you can verify the certificate. That's the first step. After you verify the certificate, you can apply for jobs using our job portals. We are connected with thousands of job opportunities through a job portal connected with this new technology that we are using. So you get an ITTI certificate, you click on the link, or you download the PDF on your computer. You can already apply at the very moment you got the job or the certificate, you click on it and you can apply for a job right away. Is that right, Gisela?
That is correct. Yes, the job portal refers you already to job possibilities.
This is just one channel. Of course, you can find several ways in different channels, in different parts of the world, if you wish to do so.
I wanted to add something to it. Our school is on the mailing list for French jobs. Paris, also in France. And just the other day, I saw an article, and it talked about people, English teachers, who wanted to make a union. And I got interested in that. I read it. And what I found out is that some of our students work at the Sorbonne, at the engineering schools in Paris, teaching English. And the reason I know is because I know all the names. So as you can see, they really, really get good jobs.
Yeah.
And how much do they earn in such jobs? If you work as like part-time teacher at the Sorbonne, 45 euros, 50 euros an hour. Now, that's good money, I
So
think.
basically, the sky is the limit. You have lots of opportunities. And
Mhm.
going back to Paris, why people ask me, why do I like Paris so much? It's not only Paris, but like I said, it's talk about the food, the culture, the entertainment, and also an interesting thing. I know I lived in Paris many years, and back in the days when I lived in Paris, and I still reside in Paris here and there, there wasn't a way for you to get around. It was easier and more affordable for you to travel from France to Spain than to travel within France. Now they have a new interconnected railroad, train, and bus, especially the train, that is called WeGo, that is started recently, maybe 3 years ago. And then you go to any place you can possibly imagine for $10, 10 euros. You can take you are in France, in Paris, and you can wake up in Monaco or in Saint-Tropez or Marseille or Montpellier or whatever, Lyon, all these beautiful places for 10 euros. I mean, I can't even find this here in the US. I mean, although there are some cheap buses that take you here and there, but to those remarkable places, I mean, trust me, give me a break. There are plenty of reasons, for you to enjoy the landscape, cold and hot. So yeah, so if you come, we are located at a beautiful building in the Quartier Latin within the American University, Paris American University, which is the Quartier number 5, which is the 5 arrondissement, which is the county or the area number 5. It is centrally located, just a few steps, let me put it this way, a few steps away from Notre Dame, from the Seine, from the coffee shop, from the bistro. It's a very, very chic, very nice area for you to go. And we have lots of apartments. So let's say, oh, I wanted to come to Paris. Where would I stay? Oh, don't worry. I know it's a challenge to find a place, but we will support you with the paperwork. And also we have places to offer you. So of course we do have places to offer you. So definitely Paris is a great location. It's a great place for you to go. So we are almost ready to wrap it up. We don't want to make it so long. So on that note, so if you have anything to tell us, why should people come to Paris, Gisela? What would you say?
Well, not only do you get a top-notch education with a highly trained, educated teacher, you will have the chance, and that is what most of the students like, to find friends, to go out together, explore great restaurants,
And
museums.
please tell me how much we need this right now. We really need that. We
Yeah,
really
after
need
the
to
pandemic.
connect, to enjoy, to see people. I am tired of staying home. I actually start traveling a little bit, and I'm going to travel even more. I'm going to multiply the intensity of my travel because I cannot wait to go out and do events and hug and see things. I'm enough with this pandemic. So I had enough. I'm sorry. Continue telling us.
Well, Paris has so much to see over there, and the course, the 4 weeks, are not even enough to see it all. And if you think that
Not to mention that the course alone is very intensive. So
correct,
it's not that you're going to hang around and just enjoy. It's quite, you got to study. So there's a lot to cover.
yeah, and if your heart beats for France, if you want to stay in France, like I said, follow our blog. You will find information about ways. By the way, just the other day, I learned that, and that's not necessarily the way to stay in France legally, but if you want to have more time to look for a job there, you can work online for a company in another country. And
Okay, so we're not going to tell all this detail. It's a great news. If you want to learn more about that, send us an email. Contact
yeah,
us and tell
yeah.
us about this. And then so let's just keep this as a secret. and let's just make this a little curious thing. So if you want to know more about it or read, maybe you can put that on our blog, right, Gisela? So
Yes.
let's see. So we'll just put all that information on our blog. So for those of you who did not see that beautiful video, let me play it one more time, Paris. And yeah, so let me do that. Yes. So that is Paris. All right. So I thank you very much for watching us live broadcast ITTI TV. So this is hopefully a weekly broadcast. So next week we will be talking about a new center, a new activity, a new thing, just write us a message. So if you don't yet follow us on social media, so let me make sure I bring that up here. So you can follow me, you can follow ITTI. You see it right there. Our website, and then if you wanted to get more in contact with us, you can contact Adriana directly. You can send them an email. You can follow us on our YouTube channel. You can look for me on social media, Instagram or Facebook. You can find all these directions here. So you have all, or if you want to tweet me anything, or if you want to look for me at a business level, my LinkedIn. So you have all the ways to contact us, to contact me. So again, this is a live broadcast. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. And, just share with us your ideas. So just do the replay. And then if you wanted us to talk about any particular thing or any topic, or maybe even if you want to participate, maybe you can be here with us, and, we'll be more than happy to have you as a guest. Thank you very, very much.